Safe. Hey, how you doing out there? Welcome to another live stream. I forgot to put out a notice about it on YouTube, but so I hope we get some visitors. I appreciate you joining me. I really do. I can see we already got Tom and Jimmy, Rolf, and Kirby. We got the Newbury Park gang there. And anyway, thanks again for joining me. Well, I bet you're wondering about this. This is a guitar that just came in. I told you about it last week, that I got a call from the rep and said, hey, you want one of these? There's only 5 being made. 3 are going out of the country. And if you want one, you can get one. And so I said, yes. And I called up a guy that's been waiting for one of these for a long, long time, and he snapped it up. And this is very unusual because this guitar is an Eagle Classic Artisan Aged, which basically means it looks like it's about 50 years old. Take a look at the pickups there. Isn't that crazy? See how kind of tarnished they are and all this? So, believe it or not, these are more expensive because they have to finish the guitar. See the detail work on that? They have to finish the guitar just like a regular one, and then they go about distressing it. And I really don't know how they do it. There's not too many actual bumps. It's more like lacquer thin things. Can you see that? Really hard to see until you really get close up. But, you know, at first I showed this to a friend of mine, and he said, oh my gosh, I'd send that back. I said, no, wait a minute. It's supposed to be like that. You're kidding. You know, it's like buying jeans with holes in them. But you know what? It's really growing on me, and I'm thinking, wow, I really like this. Number one, you don't have to worry about polishing it. You don't have to worry about bumping it. You don't have to worry at all. You just play it. Now, I got it all set up. I worked on it this yesterday and today. Had to cut the nut. I wasn't happy with the way they left the factory with the nut. I raised the pickup with the pickup rings on there. I don't know if you can see that, but whatever. Raised the pickup ring off the top. I also reversed the pickup ring in the front so that the pickup is at an angle. Instead of it being at an angle and picking up here, it's picking up more right there. And I think that's the sweet spot on a jazz guitar. So I did that, restrung it with my strings, and I adjusted this tailpiece. Now the fingered tailpiece is a great idea, especially for my string gauges, because I have a skinny top, heavy top, skinny bottom. Now, the more down pressure you put on the bridge, the tighter the string feels. So I put more down pressure on the first 4 strings and less pressure on these 2, because these 2 are 13 and 15. So I think with this particular tailpiece especially, it sounds, it feels very even. Isn't that a pretty sounding guitar too? Isn't that pretty? Oh, wait a minute. Pretty sounding guitar. Really like it. Really like it. So anyway, Mark, if you're looking at this video, this will be coming to you in the next day or so, hopefully. Well, I'll ship it. Take a while for you to get to Texas. But anyway, let's hear what it sounds like just acoustically. Let me turn this down. There's the acoustic sound of it. You know, Eagles, they don't put out a lot of sound because it's an electric guitar, okay? No problem. But it's just got that sweet, sweet sound. So this says ebony fretboard, ebony bridge. This is funny, ebony with it almost looks like half ebony and half rosewood pickguard, kind of a cool looking pickguard. And there it is, beautiful. So who else is here? Wes is joining me. Wes is here, and Gail. Say hi, Wes. That a boy.
Hello. I'm here. Why the headstock on that guitar is huge, by the way. It was like the biggest headstock I've ever seen in
It
my
is
life.
big, that headstock. And you know why? It gives it more, I think it gives it more resonance. And also on Heritage's, they brag about having a 17-degree pitch on the nut, which means it's got more down pressure on the nut. If you look at some Gibsons and stuff, if you were to, you know, it doesn't have that steep an angle. So that's one of the things that they say really helps in the sustain of the instrument. So they're building these super, super nice. So save your money. Don't be afraid to buy a new one of these, because they're really beautiful. And I can get you one. All you got to do is wait a year or so. Okay? So I've got, I think, 3 of them on order. We'll see if they ever get here. So anyway, there you have it. You know, I still got these. I've got 2 of these Eastmans, so I'm going to play a little something on this. The 805 and the 803 15-inch, cool little guitars. And so anyway, pretty song. Anyway, I might as well play this for a little bit. Patrick Evans is here. Hi, Patrick. I'm here. Well, not there, but here. Okay. We understand. And Andrew, how you doing there, buddy? Robert Valdez says this is his first time seen you guys a bunch of times on recorded videos. Well, thanks for joining us. And Mark Larkin Music. Oh, Mark appreciated the octaves. You're quite welcome. Should we play? I didn't play many octaves on this last song. Maybe I gotta play some more. What song is this? No, I don't want to do that. Whoa. Hold on here, Wes. Whoa. Where'd it go? Yeah, never mind. I just couldn't. I can't get this thing to work.
I use that thing. It's not that hard to work. I don't.
Let's play that, man. That's a nice bouncy tune. Whoop. Yeah.
What?
Here it is. I wanted to do Summertime again since you already had the level. This has really got the octave sound, doesn't it? Yeah, it's got that sound, and that got that high end, you know. It's like tasting wine. It's got that high end little thing going on, and it's not too dark. It still cuts through. It's a great axe, man. Anyway, yeah, you're right. It pushes a lot of bear. You're absolutely right, Mark. What else was I going to say about this? I had something really important, Wes. What was it?
No idea.
Okay, all right, well. Oh, you know what? Did you remember last week I showed you this? Let's see, wait a minute. What did I show you? I showed you this. And then Oh yeah, going from a 5 chord chromatically up, you know, and it resolved to, we did it F to B flat. You move down a half step and do the same thing, and then you get kind of a thing to the key of E. To the key of A minor. Anyway, well, that was a little tidbit that really you really didn't need to know. But anyway, okay. Anybody requesting anything at this time?
There's a question from Robert Valdez, who is a first-time live stream viewer. Let's see, what did he say? Question: how do you approach putting together chord melody tunes?
Well, there's several ways. When you're just starting off, you know, I have this course called Fingerstyle Jazz Playing, and we go through and we talk about taking number one, playing scale-wise diatonically. And then we talk about taking one chord and playing a melody through it. And then we take a, you know, you do that, you do a lot of that stuff. But then, so basically you want to harmonize a tune. There's several different ways. One of the things is deceptive cadences, I think are kind of neat, or deceptive delayed resolutions, thing like that. Take the example of the Days of Wine and Roses. Right, it starts on a C to an F minor or an F major. Now, what if we delayed the sound of that F major and went a half step higher, and then resolved it? You see, so now it's, so we talk about those kinds of things, delayed resolutions, deceptive cadences, things like that. Here's a, so another example of that. And there's so many ways of doing chord melody. I heard Bruce Foreman say a nice thing: harmonize a chord melody from the top down. In other words, we're also set on playing block chords with a melody. You know, like those, that's the chords: G, B flat, E flat, A flat. So, but sometimes you could maybe go, hear that? You know, instead of going maybe you could go maybe on. So you're playing 2/5 of what's going on there. So there are tons of things for chord melody that you can do. I tried to illustrate a lot of those things in the course. So if you're just starting on that, pick up the course, Fingerstyle Jazz playing and arranging, and that'll help you a lot.
Tom had a question. What are the key differences between the Eagle and the H550?
H550 is a pressed top. It's like a Talfarlo, pressed laminate top, sides and back. And it's got a lot of pretty inlays. I'm going to probably sell my 550 because I've got a Talfarlo. And so I've got a Talfarlo, I got a 550. Do I need them both? Well, of course you do, you know. So I might sell my 550. But so, yeah, that's mainly the difference. This has a 5-piece neck. 550 has a 3-piece neck. That's it. If you look at the guitar, the 550 doesn't have the arch that this has. This has a pretty substantial arch. So, you know, there's more of something there. So that's basically the difference.
Richard Stoncius says, hello, Rich. Any tips on drop 2 voicings?
No. I don't even know what it means. I've looked up what that means, and I don't know even what it means. So I don't know what it means. I never learned it called that. Drop 2, whatever that is. Is that an inversion? I don't know. So I'm sorry, I can't help you on that. You know, this guitar, it does have a lot of bite. I mean, it's very, very responsive. And you know what? I can't help but think, when they made my Eagle, Pete Farmer said, hey, you know, Rich, I knew it was going to you. I did some real special things to it with the top. So in other words, he probably tap-tuned it. I don't know. Some guys say don't have a tap tune because makes the wood thin in some spots. But I can't help but think that a guitar like this, where they really went and spent all the time to do all this, why wouldn't they take a little more time and really get the top really bitching? So I think Mark is going to be super, super happy with this. I would be. Anyway, so yeah, you know, we could show you how to do inversions. You know, is that what you mean? Inversions? Inversions is way to go. You know.
So drop 2 chord voicings are formed by taking a chord and then dropping the next to the highest note or voice to the lowest note of the chord.
Oh, well, it's just like an inversion then. So in other words, here's G6, right? So I take this top note, the second to the top note, and put it in the bass. So would it be this then? You know what I mean? Or would it be in the bass note here? So then it would be like this. Which is the same thing as just learning your inversions. The inversions, here's how I was taught to do it, and I think it works fantastic. Anytime somebody shows you a chord, you can immediately look at it and say, okay, there's 4 notes there. Let me find the inversions of this chord. So first we say the chord is made out of G, E, B, D. G, E, B, D. Okay. Now, what is the next higher note from a G? Well, in that group, it would be a B. So this is going to move to a B. Here's the B that was on, oh no, here's the E on this string. Okay, so we're using string group 6, 4, 3, 2. So this is going to move E to a G. So now I have these 2 notes. This note here is a B. The next higher note is going to be a D. So that's going to move to here. So now, so far I've got this. Now this note is a D. The next higher note is going to be an E. So now I've got this. So this is a G6, and this is a G6. Now, every chord has quantity and quality. Quantity is the makeup of the chord. So the chord is made up of, in this case, this would be called 3 root 5 6. Okay, that's the quantity of the chord. The quality is the way this sounds. This sounds like a G6, but it sounds totally different than this one, doesn't it? So they sound different. Now, if we expand that out, okay, let's find the next one. G is going to move to D, or excuse me, B is going to move to D, G is going to move to D, D is going to move to E, E is going to move to G. Is that what we did? Yeah, so I guess I have this. Is that right? Is that right, Wes?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So there's my next one. So now I have. And then if I continue it on, it would be this. So there you go.
Dave Richardson has a question here. How does one determine shell chords?
I don't know. Shell chords. Is that like a shell company? I don't know. What's a shell chord, Wes?
Simply put, shell chords are a form of economizing whereby we use chord shapes that consist of only the most important tones of the chord.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
So with major and minor triads, for example, we'd only need 3 strings to make the chord.
Yeah. Okay, well, basically, I think one of the ways that you can do it is this way. When you look at a chord, if you're playing with a bass player, he's playing the root. Number one, the root you can throw away, right? Okay. Number 2 is the second one to throw away is the 5th. You don't need it. He's probably going to hit the 5th, if you look at it that way. So now when I play a G6-9, I can play it like, possibly like this. I mean, so look at your chord factors, major 7, maybe something, or major 6-9, something like this. It's so you're just playing the upper parts of a chord, and so you find all these wonderful little variations, and also superimposing chords. You'll find that if you play a D chord over a G bass, oh, there's a nice sound, right? If you analyze that D chord, it's a 9 with a major 7, right? Notice how everything reacts to the bass note. So every chord is going to react to the bass note. So you can experiment and just have fun. Remember, chord comping is all about melody, rhythm, creating something out of, accompaniment. What is the accompaniment, composition, and complement? whatever is happening.
Can you play CORCOVADO?
Sure, I learned it a long time ago.
As a request from Mark Larkins.
Mark. Of course.
But
do you want to hear it? What?
but first, here, answer this one from Tom Rich, since we're talking about rhythm. Any tips on playing rhythm for a tune like All of Me, where you want to put more movement, like a walking bass?
Oh, okay. Well, if you want to do that, okay, I got this ready. So like All of Me, there's several things you can do. So if we want to play some, by the way, I have a lesson on that. So you basically learn some of your inversions. I like this. So I could go, all of me, why not take? So I'm going C6, E minor 7, basically, a C major 7 here, an A minor 7. You could do like that. If I wanted to do the half step idea, I could go. So now I'm going half step, whoop, all of me. Why not take, you see what's happening here? Or all of me. And now I'm into the E chord. So I'm going, let's see, I could go 2, 3, 4. So this is on the end of 4 or beat 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I don't know, something like that, if you want to do that, that works great for playing 2 guitars. Two guitars, it works great. It doesn't work, I don't know how great it works if you're playing with a bass player, because you're like all over his turf, So, in which case you might want to play just in the upper end. So then you would go, if you've got a bass going blah, blah, you might go. If you want to play all those notes. But I think you're better off going. Anyway, enough of that. Now, I hope that helps.
I think Eloy got here a little late. He said, is this Eagle Classic aged?
Yeah.
It still has that brand new sound, little stiff. Made the F holes more tighter. You see any other differences to older heritage arch tops?
No. No, I don't. This pot's got a little thing in it.
Did they age the pot?
It's probably got
And
dust in it.
left it
Yeah.
out in the dirt for like weeks,
It's got dust in it, yeah.
just like an old guitar. It
Right.
buzzes and
Well, you know what? I'm hoping that they get one with a repaired headstock.
nice.
Aged with, it's got, break the headstock off and then glue it back on. It really looks, anyway. So, that's funny.
Yeah.
Germany. Hi, Fred. It's sunset there in Germany. Isn't it always sunset in Germany? The sun is what comes out for 3 hours a day or something like that? Or it's way up north there, isn't it?
Germany?
Germany's way up there. It's almost like Alaska or something.
What?
Look it up.
no.
Man. Yeah. When friends
Have
went to
you
Germany,
looked at a map?
they couldn't believe. Oh, I had it on both pickups, by the way. No wonder it sounded like that. Sorry, guys. What a difference a knob makes.
Wow.
Plus, these are brand new strings too on there, so they're nice and bright. I just put them on this morning, so. Anything else, Wes?
No.
Want to do a lesson?
No, you were going to play that one song.
Oh, CORCOVADO. You have to get a level, because I'm going to use a track. in it there. Crash and burn. Stop the presses. So, Wes, you got any guitar news today?
Yeah, I do. Not very much, but I got something.
Well, you let me know when you want to do that. You want to do a lesson? Wait a minute. Is that Mark Wilkerson has shown up? How about playing some single note solos on that? This is Mark's guitar. Mark, what do you think? I think you're going to be very, very happy with this.
Fred Flander asked or says, I did not get that. You put pickup frame the other way around and use distance ring so the frame is raised. Maybe you can explain that again. What you did.
The way, if you look, can you see the pickup there, the front pickup? Maybe they can't see it.
Turn it over the other way.
See the pickup? Which camera are you going to use? That one?
Like tilt it.
I-
There
I-
you go, like that.
I turned the pickup ring around so it makes the pickup closer to the neck, higher, closer to the strings there than the other side. And then you see there's tiny little washers under the ring. I put those on to raise it off the top. It almost gives the effect of a floating pickup. So, in other words, you don't have anything on the top. That's a Rendell wall thing. And hear him explain it. He was he said he had a customer that thought his guitar didn't sound all that good, and the top just didn't have enough oomph to it. And so he said he dreamed about it, and it was a divine intervention, and I believe it, because it's such a simple idea. And I think it works fantastic. If your guitar just isn't, it's dead, kind of, you know. You raise it up, even on a laminated top, it makes a difference. You can always take them out. You know, it's 25 cents. Well, it's $1 worth. I went to the store to buy these things, Mark, and these stupid little washers, they wanted to charge me 35 cents each. So think about that. Look at all the money on that. But now I found a place to get them for 2 cents each. So I'm going to do that. But anyway, kind of like that. Ooh, yeah. That's a nice sound, man. Got bit by a mosquito.
Can you let's see. What do you think of black flat tape wound strings? When I have gold hardware, I don't like chrome strings. Like you say on the guitar, everything matters.
Yeah, I've gotten a couple guitars with those on it, and I immediately took them off. I hate them.
Why?
They're dead. They're dead, super dead. Just because they're flat wound doesn't mean they need to be dead. Maybe these were old. I didn't like them at all.
Well, you bought old strings?
No, they came on a guitar that I bought.
Oh.
And I played. I thought, no wonder this guy got rid of this guitar. The guitar was great, but these strings are terrible. I didn't like them.
Richard says, does that change the phase of the pickup?
No. No, it doesn't. Phase is when you reverse the polarity of the pickup.
Dad Pops, play a little Misty, okay?
Okay.
And then Ralph Prosia
I'm glad you're pronouncing these names, man. I can't pronounce.
Just
those.
wondering if you had the opportunity to play a IYV 500.
Gee, I don't know what that is. What's the brand of that?
I have no idea. I think it's its own brand, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's a trip.
Huh.
Huh.
4-inch deep. Thing's fat.
Boy, they're cheap enough. Something like that. Sorry, let me have another chance at that. I can do it better. I really can. I did it great this morning. You should have heard me in my robe.
Does let's see, Funky Dead Fish says, do you think there are fake 575s on the market? Saw some overseas on Reverb, but nervous to buy. Fake 575s.
I wouldn't doubt it. Isn't there fake everything? Was watching a show, and they were talking about fake Ferraris. That somebody's making fake Ferraris and really super high-end cars. Yeah, I mean, if they can make a fake Ferrari, they can make a fake 175. A friend of mine brought me a Gibson L5. And he said, I want you to set it up. It's not a Gibson, though. It says Gibson. And I got it for $400 or $300. I just wanted you to see it. And it is a knockoff, but a very poor one at that. But, so yeah, bootleg, man, bootleg.
They're like a fake Rolex.
Fake Rolex, yeah. Yeah, so,
Just as good as the real thing.
I would imagine, there's fake everything, so be careful. I personally, when I see stuff overseas, I do not touch it with a 10-foot pole. Forget about it. There's enough things in the United States, you don't have to go overseas to get it. Now, I have been tempted to buy some of those cheap guitars, and that are overseas guitars, and you can pick them up for 200, $300. And I thought, man, maybe I ought to try this out just to see, because it kind of looks cool and stuff, looks right. But, it's a gamble. I ain't much of a gambling man anymore. Used to be, but not anymore.
Funky Dead Fish keeps waiting for you to get $5.75 in for him, he says.
Oh. I keep waiting too, man. All right, so you look at a guitar like this. How many hours does it take to make this guitar? Think about it. Think about it. You got hand carved sides and back, or back and top. Solid wood. You got to glue it all together. It's got to have gluing time. You just can't make it in a day, even if you got the manpower. It's got to glue. It's got to sit. It's got to wait. As opposed to a Fender or a solid body, some solid body guitars, it's a bandsaw guitar. So you can whip those out like, skateboards. Even a skateboard takes a long time to make, doesn't it? With that laminated wood and how they shape it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, don't they get it all, you have to wet down the wood and form it and put it in forms, and there's usually skateboards are seven ply skateboard. So press it all together in that form.
Yeah.
Dad Pops, can you tell us your amp settings, and is the speaker 10 or 12?
Well, I'm going direct. I'm going direct through a Mackie board. Is that a Mackie board? Mm-hmm. A Mackie board. And but this is the amp I usually use right over here. Oh, there's our board. And this is the Quilter Cub, and I've been very, very happy with this amp. I have two other, I was a big advocate of the Quilter Micro Pro 8-inch speaker, but they don't make it anymore, so I'm very happy with this one. And it's about half the price too, which is nice. 50 watts, and it can it's still a 12-inch speaker, but this whole unit only weighs 20 pounds. Whoops. So this guitar here, I think I had it last time. Did I have the pickup on the pickguard on this thing?
What?
Did I show this guitar last week?
Yeah.
Did it have the pickguard?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was going to play it again. I like these little things, man. This little guitar. Sorry. No, this does not have a tube preamp. By the way, Pat Quilter, who is Pat Quilter? If QSC Sound Company, that's Pat Quilter. He sold that company and he started making amps. Pat Quilter to amplifiers is Ted Green to guitars. Same personality, same everything, just I don't want to say a genius. That's a word that everybody throws around.
I'm a genius.
I know you are, but that's
What are
different.
you? Come on, genius. Hey, can you play Cantaloupe Island? It's on the rundown.
Yeah, I was just going to do that.
Okay, perfect.
So I watched this video from Norman's Rare Guitars with Mitch Holder and Grant Geisman playing two of Howard Roberts' Epiphone Customs, which they only made 53 of them. And so I was looking at that and I was thinking, wow, and they were playing Cantaloupe Island, so I thought, well, why don't we do that for the rundown? Because I couldn't think of anything else to do. You ready, Wes?
Sure.
Here we go. I should have wiped these strings off.
Sweet ending to that. It just cuts out. Is that?
Just song's over. Adios.
Huh.
Anyway, that's a cool little tune. I have a lesson on that. Kind of a fun little thing. Okay. Anything else, Wes? Coming down the pipe.
No.
Is it coming down the pipe or the pike?
Pipe.
Pipe. Okay, good. Okay.
The pike.
Pike. I don't know what a pike is.
A pike's a fish.
Coming down the fish, yeah.
We can do guitar news real quick.
Okay, you know what? That's a great idea. Let's do it. Take it away. My wonderful son, Wesley Orville.
So you know the company Dean Guitars.
Oh, yeah, Dean, sure.
Yeah. Company's pretty much living a nightmare these days.
Why?
First off, the CEO of its parent company, Armadillo Enterprises, so recently stepped down, or he said he stepped down, but then it was revealed that this guy, CEO Evan Rubinson, was lying about it. And the person accusing him of lying, his own mom. His mom says that's not the case, that he was forced out. So it turns out mom owns Dean Guitars. This guy's the CEO. but Mom owns the company.
No way.
And Mom's like, nope, we gave him the boot. I'm suing him for $420,000, or I'm suing him because he's accused of embezzling more than $420,000.
Oh,
And so it turns out,
nice boy.
apparently the cops rolled in and took him away.
Oh, wow.
So that's the first thing. And then secondly, oh, come on. They just lost a lawsuit by Gibson.
Oh, really?
Around the same time all this was going on, a judge ordered them to stop producing and selling a huge portion of their guitars, their guitar models.
You're kidding. Good God.
Yeah, so a judge found Dean Guitars liable for both counterfeiting and trademark infringement of a number of Gibson's designs. The Dean guitars in question are the Luna Athena 501, the Dean Grand Sport, the Dean V, and the Dean Z. And any guitars using or advertised with the word hummingbird.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, it's like these this flying V, these V-looking ones. I think are the Z right here. These kind of heavy metal looking guitars. Anyway, the fine for the damages wasn't all that much, though. Only $4,000, but Dean must also pay Gibson's legal fees, which are around $330,000. So yeah, so maybe all these Dean guitars, they're gonna be maybe worth a little more money now. You know, like how the old Ibanez and Aria guitars back in the 70s.
Right, the lawsuits.
Be like it's a Dean lawsuit guitar. It's a Dean lawsuit. People might want to. So if you have a Dean guitar, you
Wow.
might want to look and see what model it is, because they might have gotten sued over it. So yeah, not a good time to be a part of Dean guitars. Yeah. So you know that new Elvis movie, right?
Yeah.
It's obviously reigniting the popularity of the songs. You know what I mean? Everyone's hearing these Elvis tunes, but they're seeing a lot of added popularity from guitar players. Fender says that it's had a big uptick in guitarists learning Elvis songs on their Fender Play app. They say the amount of people seeking out these Elvis tunes on the guitar learning platform has doubled since this movie came out. People are apparently loving Jailhouse Rock, Heartbreak Hotel, and Burning Love the most. One rep from Fender says his music is still inspiring people across the globe, young and old, to begin their own musical journeys, and this is evident via this big spike in activity that we have seen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that was a great movie.
Yeah, it's definitely getting super solid reviews, and we gave out a fingerstyle version of "Can't Help Falling in Love" a couple weeks ago. A lot of people
picked that up,
Yeah.
didn't they? Yeah, that's right.
I feel like a lot of people were more aware of it because of that movie as well.
Right?
So yeah, you have to work. You got any other Elvis tunes lessons?
No, I don't.
You have to do like "Burning Love" fingerstyle, "Hound Dog" fingerstyle.
Yeah, yeah.
And then finally, just one more quick little thing here. You were just at the Chet Atkins Appreciation Society, right? Tommy Emmanuel there playing. Well, there's a cool new interview that just came out with Tommy Emmanuel, where he gives some advice that I've heard you give quite a few. He was recently on this, where is it? The Acoustic Guitar Podcast, where he was talking about some things that he learned from Chet Atkins. Manuel says that Chet taught him to, quote, learn the melody. Even if you change it and make it your own thing, still learn the original melody properly and then go from there. However, it goes beyond the melody, he says. You must also know the song's lyrics in order to interpret it properly.
Yes.
Chet Atkins, he says, Chet Atkins said to a lot of people, when you learn a song, make sure you learn the words so you know what you're playing about and you know what the song is about.
Yes. Good advice. We've always said that, because when you actually are playing it, you're actually singing it. You know, you're kind of singing it in your mind. So you got to know the words, at least one verse in the bridge. You know, you don't have to learn all the verses, but
Right.
Yeah, very good.
Sing it with your guitar, right? Yep.
right, yeah, bingo.
Emmanuel gave some other more general advice about guitar it's kind of interesting. He says one of the secrets to being a good guitar player is to, quote, serve the song. That's about it, for the most part, at least. And that's what almost all guitar masters will tell you. The song has what it's aiming for, and your guitar playing is there to serve it. You cannot force music. It doesn't work. It has to come to you and flow through you. For me, it's important to play what I think is right and to serve the song properly.
Well, that's good.
I could play all over the place in every song if I wanted to, but why would I want to do that?
Right. Yeah, you got to save some licks for later.
Right. So yeah, you can check out this interview on the Acoustic Guitar Podcast. That's part of Acoustic Guitar Magazine. Thought it was kind of interesting. And that's all I got this week.
Well, that's pretty good.
Guitar news, yeah.
That's enough. That's Tommy's an excellent player and great guy. That's something about Dean guitars. Dean always had the best, real good booths at the NAMM show. They always hired models, like dressed up as nurses and stuff like that, to get all the guys to come over to their thing. I don't think their mom did. The guy's mom did that.
Yeah, I remember that. Just hire some strippers for NAMM show every year.
Yeah.
It's great.
You think his mom did that?
I don't know.
Maybe his mom was one of them.
Probably not, I'm guessing.
Yeah. So the reason I played Summertime, because the kids are going back to school now. They're starting, so summer's almost over. So, you know, Gail was saying, you got to play some summer tunes, you know, kind of have a theme. And I thought, yeah, they probably ought to. And so, excuse me. I got up this morning early and I was thinking, you know, summer songs, you know, what are summer songs? Obviously summertime. But one of the songs that I really dug as a kid growing up was Chad and Jeremy's The Summer Song. And so I played it on YouTube and figured it out and tried to do a little fingerstyle version of that. And I remember that song so vividly, and I have the single. And I just love the song. It's really, really cool. So I'm going to try to play it.
All right. What was it again?
The Summer Song.
By who?
Chad and Jeremy. Is that the volume up? There it is. Sorry. Let me start all over. Let's see, how did it go? Wait a minute. How did it go? Sorry. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How come I don't have the bridge? Wait a minute. Sorry. They say that all good things must end someday. Oh, yeah. They say that all good things must end someday. See how about you want to learn the words? Think of summer days again and dream. Okay, now I got it. Something like that. Wait a minute. Let's start all over again, Wes.
All right.
Sorry, guys. That was the rehearsal. All right, summer song. Beautiful song. Here, I'm going to try it again. Gotta remember, I just learned it. can laugh about it because it's funny, actually. People love it when they see me make mistakes. You know that, Wes? Some people get offended. They think, oh, why are you doing that? You need to do that again. Other people say, I'm glad I saw you make mistakes because now I don't feel so bad. Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, you know, people love pointing out mistakes. That's a simple fact of life. It's to try being a writer and write something that's wrong and see how many people comment on it. And you're like, whatever, I misspoke.
well, that's a sure way to get a lot of views, right? We already discovered that, right? On our, if we make a wrong statement on one of our videos, boy, we get a lot of views then. A lot of comments, too.
Comments. It doesn't translate to views unless maybe your title is wrong.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, but comments, holy shit, or shoot, yeah, they come quick for sure. If you,
Yeah.
Richard Stancius, how about a rendition of "All Shook Up," which I'm on board with that. Let's see that. Yeah, come on.
Oh, well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? Itching like a man on a fuzzy tree. Say I'm acting wild as a bug, I'm in love. Shook up, hey, yeah.
I wonder,
Okay, please,
there's
what?
got to be another Elvis
Please
song
don't
that
ask me what's on my mind.
another Elvis song that could make a good fingerstyle piece. What's the song?
I think In the Ghetto would be good. It's a cold in there.
Or what about the what is that? Suspicious Minds?
We're caught in a trap. I cannot.
Or like a slow it down?
Yeah. You know what? Have you heard the? They've taken the London Philharmonic Orchestra and orchestrated a bunch of Elvis tunes, and so they have Elvis with the. It's not the original rhythm section, I don't think. They just have Elvis's vocal, and then the Philharmonic playing behind him. It's really cool. If you got a. Oh, If I Can Dream is a great tune.
Or Love Me Tender?
Love me tender, love me down. Sure.
Ah.
Yeah, we could do that. I could write out a thing on that.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go. Bingo.
Should put that out there. Probably sell some of those.
We'd probably sell 10.
Ah,
10 of
them.
those. Probably would. Why not? Why not do that? I could spice it up with some cool things. Which, we were going to do a lesson on this E string blues. Do you want to do that?
Sure.
Okay, well, this is E string blues, I call it. It's a very simple thing, and it's a blues progression with a walking bass line and a drone string of an E. So let me play it for you. It's kind of a fun thing. It goes like this. Anyway, that's E string blues, and it's available on the Guitar College Library. And it's kind of a fun little thing if you need music for that or whatever. So anyway, Patrick Evans says, one of the first fingerstyle songs I learned from you. Wow, cool, Patrick. I'd like to hear you play it someday.
Any more questions out there? I don't. Yeah, Jim says, off topic, a few of the Everly Brothers songs would make good fingerstyle tunes.
Yes, I imagine they would, Jim. Let It Be Me, right? Yeah, those are kind of like entry level tunes, which is good. I should do that instead of you end up doing things so complicated that gets a little much, But yeah, I should do that. What are we going to close today with, Wes? Let's play one more song.
Any requests out there?
What are you doing? Stop. Gosh.
I don't get, do you hit play first and then scroll around to find songs? What? Why does it just automatically play?
I don't know. Yeah, it's so complicated.
It's like every time you use it is like the first time you've ever used it, and you've had it for
a couple years now.
Yeah.
Let's just play some blues. Some bebop blues.
My Ship. God bless the child. God bless the child.
We did that last week, didn't we? Yeah. God bless the child. Yeah, I love that song. Crying. I'll do my crying in the rain. Gerhard, how are you, man? How was your 550 working out? Garrett came to our camp, speaking of 550s, and I had a 550 for sale, and he bought it and took it home with him. Anything else? If I can dream. Okay, I don't know.
Stardust.
Oh, I have an arrangement of that. I don't remember how it goes. Boy, this is loud too. You got a good balance with it? Let's try it again. Guitar down. The guitar Boy, that was weird to get a good balance in here. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for showing up, and I really appreciate it and coming down here and spending some time with us. Yeah, Gail said, yeah, any ideas on how to make this live stream a little better? Tell me. That would be really nice to hear.
I like Mark says Wes Montgomery. That would certainly make the live stream better if we had Wes Montgomery on the show.
That would be. We might be able to get a hold of him. You know, it's going to, you know, talk about a rock and roll heaven. What about a jazz heaven? This, I got to turn this down here. Sign up fish and have a great week.